I have my little heart pillow because love is in the air, you guys. You're reading this title correctly. I have returned once again to rank people. I love making these little tier list videos, so if you guys want them, keep telling me that you want them, because down below in the comments on the 17 as Book Talk Boys, you guys popped off in the comments. You were like, I would love this for my favorite groups. I would love to see more of this. Like, please write this AU right now. So I'm here. Here at Soulmates, we listen to the viewers and we give you what you want. Once again, I am wearing my hat for vibes. It's awful for lighting. If you want to be a cool girl, sometimes you gotta sacrifice good lighting. But yes, you guys have read the title correctly. I am here to once again rank my faves. Not really rank, more sort. I'm here to sort my faves into Book Talk Tropes once again. This time we are doing TXT and ENHYPEN. If you've been here for any amount of time, I'm sure you would know. ENHYPEN is a very beloved group around here at Soulmates, as is TXT. Let's get right into it. I'm so excited. As you guys saw in the 17 version of this, I'm really creative. And I love to just like make up little scenarios all the time. So this video for me is second nature. If you guys watch my 17 video, you will notice that a lot of these categories are the same. These are not ranked in any particular order. They're just ranked, they're just listed in the way that I've decided to write them. There's no rank, except for Friends to Lovers, because Friends to Lovers is the best one. Followed closely by, once again, fan favorite, Enemies to Lovers. I already have things brewing in here for Enemies to Lovers, so I'm ready to get started. Underneath that, we have Forbidden Love. This could be so many different things. Best friend's brother, workplace romance. You shouldn't be in love, but you just can't help yourself. Yes. I have changed. Last time I had fake dating. I decided to change it to unexpected circumstance. This includes things like fake dating. It also includes things like there's only one bed. Things that you cannot control. Something that happens unexpectedly. I mean, kind of all of these are that, but like, you get what I'm saying. Like, there's only one bed, road trip AU, car breaks down, like that type of thing. Unexpected circumstances, that's this. I'm including that. Fake dating is part of it, I think. It seemed kind of narrow. I wanted more, so I've given myself a broader range. And I can do whatever I want. It's my video. And then bottom, of course, Fantasy AU. I had to keep her in there. I love her. It's very rainy time here in Korea right now, so this is kind of the perfect time to be sitting down and just like being a little delulu together, so welcome back to the video. Let's get right into it. I downloaded these photos and then they uploaded in a different order than I chose them. So we're just gonna go down the list as they're written here. I am so excited. First one we have is Yeonjun. Now Yeonjun is my TXT bias. I love Yeonjun. I have a Yeonjun photo card right here from the Act Promise tour we saw last weekend, this weekend. All the days are blending into one. I have a bit of a cold. Now Yeonjun again. I say this every single time. They could kind of all go anywhere and I'd be happy. What do I think for my baby boy, Daniel Choi? Che Daniel, where do I want you? I've got it, I've nailed it. We're putting Yeonjun into Enemies to Lovers. Bold. Yeonjun is a little sweetie sweet. However, he's quite competitive. And I am throwing it back to like high school times. We're not necessarily enemies, we are rivals. Competitive rivals. Now, how are we specifically rivals? I'm going with rival captains. Now, you're in high school, you're both the top of your respective like field. You're the captain of your team. So maybe he's like captain of the dance team and you're captain of like the cheerleading squad or whatever. I don't like that though, something else. No, I want him as like captain of a sports team. Captain of a sports team of some variety. What sport do you want? Baseball, hockey, soccer, any team like that. And you are captain of, it's giving like Troy and Gabriella, but they weren't enemies. But you know what I'm saying? Like, captain of a sports team and captain of like the science club or something. And you're like, you're always using our time. We need the auditorium for this. And he's like, we need the auditorium for this. Like arguing because you both are so competitive and want your field, want your team to do the best in your field. That obviously leads to like, and then this leads to, you get what I'm saying. Arm up against the locker like, oh, what, too busy with science to talk to us like jocks or something, like, you know what I'm saying? Like high school, not really bad boy, just like school top dog and like school top dog in academics or something. I don't know. He's smart too, but do you know what I'm saying? I see you see my vision. That's what I want. And then you guys like fall in love and then you go to his game and you're like, maybe sports aren't so bad after all. Next one is Beomgyu. Now, what do I want for Beomgyu? I think Beomgyu is unexpected circumstance, and here's what I'm gonna say. Say it with me, friends. The catchphrase, Let me tell you why. So I said this in my intro. Unexpected circumstance can mean lots of things. With Beomgyu specifically, I think we're talking car breakdown. I think we're talking road trip with friends. In this AU he drives. And he's driving and you guys are talking whatever, having a nice time in the car, and then car breaks down. You're out of gas in the country or something, and you gotta like stop on the side of the road. You call CAA, they're not gonna come for a long time, and you're like, damn, we gotta fix this together. And he is such like a goofy, fun, bright side kind of guy, I think. So that he would like, you'd be like, I'm so frustrated that the car's broken down. Like, what are we gonna do? He'd be like, you gotta look at the bright side. Like, this is an experience, like whatever. And you're like, I cannot believe you are not taking this seriously. And he's like, loosen up a little bit. And you're like, and you have to like walk through the woods and like try to look for help and try to get a phone signal. And so you guys like in the summer afternoon, and there's like butterflies in the air, and like, it's just the two of you. And in a situation, it's like, maybe you guys are like driving to a cottage to like meet your rest of your friends, and you guys are like, we're carpooling. So it's just the two of you. Duh. And he just like keeps you positive through the whole thing. You guys see what I'm saying? I know you're with me. I know my girlies on this channel, and I know that you're with me. He just seems like the kind of guy who would like make the best out of a bad situation with you, for you. And like you guys would end up like, the car would get fixed and you're like, well, dang, I guess we gotta go to the cottage now. And he's like, yeah, but, and then you fall in love. And there's like a scene where he's like trying to fix the car, but he doesn't like know how to fix the car. He's like under the car. He's like trying to like fix some wires or something, and he like doesn't know how. And he comes up and you're like, what are you doing? And he like wipes grease on his face. Cause he's like not that rugged, but like he's trying, and you're like, oh, Beomgyu. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, hee. Moving on. Next one is Jay. Now, we love Jay on this channel. We are certified Jay stans on this channel. I have something controversial to say. I want Jay in a position of power. I do. I want that. I want Jay in Forbidden Love. Oh my gosh. I want Jay in Forbidden Love. That's where he's going. And, ooh, so I'm blushing now because what I need is CEO Jay. I need CEO Jay, like in his little glasses, and not like 50 Shades of Grey. Not like that. Not like that scandalous. 50 Shades of Jay. Okay, but like not as explicit as all that. No, we're not talking BDSM. We're talking about falling in love. You fall in love with your CEO. It can happen. And you just admire him so much. Maybe you're not an assistant, because that's like, I mean, in the AUs where it's usually like CEO and someone, it's like an assistant. I don't want that big of a, maybe, no. Oh, no. I've solved it. I don't want Jay in the position of power. It's us. I am in the position of power. Or like you. Like YN. YN is in the position of power. They are the girl boss power CEO. And this is their junior exec or whatever. And he like, Jay is like, he's your subordinate, but he like respects you. And you are like, wow, this promising candidate. Like, you had to work your way up in the workplace to like make a name for yourself. And he's in your office and he like respects you, and he like wanted to work at your company because he always respected your work. He's like, wow, you're CEO by you're a CEO by 28. I can't believe it. And he's like a couple of years younger. And you're like, but we could never. And he's like, when it like the company party. This is why it's forbidden love. Like, it's in real life, don't do this. I would not recommend. But in this scenario, there's like a staff party, or like a huesik, which is like a Korean work dinner. And you have this, and he's like, I respect you. And you're like, oh, I've always known something. And then like you kiss at the party, or like the dinner or whatever. You're like, oh, we shouldn't. And he's like, but it's so right. And then you guys fall in love. And then you guys together take your company and like blow everybody else out of the water and like build an amazing company together. Ooh, next is Terry. Now, okay, you guys. Next up is Taehyun. He's my bias wrecker to like a crazy extent. Oh my gosh, you guys. We were writing one-shots forever ago, Henry, Sydney, and I. And Sydney wrote me just the cutest little like hurt comfort about Terry, where I was in a relationship with Heeseung, and Heeseung cheated on me, and then Terry was like my childhood friend and like comforted me, and we fell in love. Oh, he's just so friends to lovers coded. That's kind of easy. Let's put Terry in Friends to Lovers. This is largely because I had the seed in my head from that thing Sydney wrote for me. Like, he would just take care of you so well. Taehyun is just such a, like, a sweet, kind soul. I can see you just meeting him in, like, he's childhood Friends to Lovers. He just is. He's, like, the one that was there for you through all of the ups and downs of life, and your parents were like, you guys are gonna fall. Oh my god. Do you know, deep cut, Taylor Swift's song, Mary's song, brackets like oh my or whatever, and it's like, our daddies used to joke about the two of us and never believed we'd really fall in love. That, like, that one. And it's like your parents were always like, you guys are gonna fall in love, like you and Terry are gonna be together, and you guys were like, ew, no way, that's my friend, like, no way. And then, like, you grew up and, like, he matured, and one day you were like, when did he get so tall and handsome? It's like, it's kind of like the summer I turned pretty energy, where, like, you need a date for something and your date bails, and, like, he steps up as, like, your friend to be your date for the thing, whatever it is. Like, say it's a banquet, say it's a debutante ball. Debutante ball is actually very cute for this. I'm gonna say Terry is for debutante ball. And he comes up in a suit, and you're in, like, your pretty dress, and you just dance together, and you're like, I'm seeing him for the first time. This is not the Terry that I once knew. And you guys, like, say it with music class, fall in love. Kind of rambling, but do you see what I'm saying? Like, childhood Friends to Lovers, your parents like, you guys are gonna fall in love. You're like, no way. And then you grow up and you're in high school and you're like, I need this date. And then you fall in love with Terry. Moving on, we have, up next, another Aquarius, the second Aquarius of the evening, Jungwon. Hello, Jungwon. I'm gonna put Jungwon into Fantasy AU, not just because it's blank right now, but I thought about it. Jungwon is like magic school AU. We'll say Hogwarts, but like, fuck you, J.K. Rowling. In the thing they did like a little photo shoot, I think for Halloween last year, maybe it was, or the previous year. They did a photo shoot at some time that was in like their Harry Potter house colors. And Jungwon was in Gryffindor, which is so cute of him, because like he's so Gryffindor-y, he's so leadery, obviously. He's such a little leader. But Jungwon can be like, he's on the Quidditch team, and he's a little prefect, and you're a prefect, and you're like, I don't know. Like, he comes up to you, he wants to impress you, and he like conjures some like little flowers, and you like, I don't know. You like practice your spells together. I just feel like it's so cute, because Jungwon is so sweetie cutie. And like, I'm a big I just finished playing Hogwarts Legacy a little while ago. So I'm like deep in my like wizard school AU mode. And I would love to be in little wizard school with Wizard Jungwon. I'm a Ravenclaw and Jungwon's a Gryffindor. And we fall in love. We fall in love. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, he's really good at like, okay. So you're in wizard school. We'll just call it wizard school. You're in wizard school, and you go to like catch up on your Care of Magical Creatures homework or something, and you go into like the little magical stables, and he's down there like taking care of the animals with like his little sleeves rolled up, and like, you're like, wow, Quidditch player Magic Jungwon, you're down here? What are you doing? And he's like, I just can't pull myself away from the animals. Like, I just love to be down here. I'm kind of going through a tangent, but like, do you see my vision? And then you guys like meet down there, and you're like doing magic school together, and like keep meeting back to like check on the little animals together, and then like you go to his Quidditch game, and like then, oh, you can play Quidditch too, and then you're like rivals in Quidditch, but you're like not like rivals, you just like both play Quidditch, and it's like, good luck at the game, babe, and he's like, good luck at the game, babe, and then you like play against each other. Again, leave in the comments what you guys would want to see, because these are just like my knee-jerk first thoughts. Like, again, you could write any of these boys in any of these categories. These are just what I want to see. Next one is Sunoo. And I instantly know what I want. Instantly. Sunoo is enemies to lovers. And here is why. Y'all know about Grumpy and Sunshine? Y'all know about that? He is the sunshine. Sunoo is like the sunshine in Grumpy and Sunshine. One of my favorite tropes to read is Grumpy x Sunshine. One person is super grumpy. One person is super, super happy and joyful and cheerful. And they like just function in perfect harmony. So maybe you're not like, not even enemies. You're just Grumpy and Sunshine, like hates everyone except for you. But like, you're that person. So Sunoo is the sunshine and you are the grumpy. I don't know if you're grumpy. I'm not grumpy. But like in this AU, in this specific situation, you are grumpy and you don't like anybody, but Sunoo just like brings a little spark of joy into your life and like shows you how to look at the world through like his eyes. Like, where can you guys meet? Oh my gosh, I've just thought of it. You guys, I'm on it. I'm so on it. You guys are camp counselors together. You show up for work, your first summer working at this camp, and you don't like people. You're like, oh, I don't want to deal with this. All the kids are annoying me. I don't want to be here. And you run into like this little sunbeam of a head counselor who's like covered in little bead bracelets and like face paint and like so spirited and peppy and happy to be there in his little like counselor vest. And like he's like, welcome to the team, newbie, like so excited to have you. And you're like, ugh, whatever. And like nothing can dim his little shine, his little sparkle. And he like slowly gloms onto you, gives you the most like magical summer of like swimming in the lake and like sneaking into like the sneaking into the little like cafeteria after hours and like eating a big tub of ice cream together with like a big 1 tub of ice cream, 2 spoons. Do you see what I'm saying? You like make a little, and like he makes you like little friendship bracelets, and then you like around the campfire with like little marshmallows. Someone else to you is like, I never see you smile. And then Sunoo comes and it's like, and like a little, you can't like stop your smile from breaking across your face. Cause he's just the little sunshiniest sunshine. So it's not really enemies to lovers, cause you're not enemies with him, you're just kind of enemies with the world. Oh my God, next is my baby. If you guys have been on the channel in any capacity, you know that Heeseung is my alt bias. I love you so much, Heeseung. This is my baby, my boyfriend, my love of my life. I have like a weird thing that I want for him. Like I did this last time for my own bias. Like last time I said Wonu was a vampire for some reason. This time, I have like the perfect one for Heeseung, and it's so weird, but I don't care. Heeseung's going into Fantasy AU, and let me put him in there. Fantasy AU, duh. And I say duh, like you don't know what I'm gonna say. Heeseung is Pirate AU now. Again, please leave in the comments what you would want, because this is just what I'm thinking about. This is just me noodling. But I've always had this, like, I have a thing that I'm wanting to write with like all of ENHYPEN, and it's sort of like a princes, pirates, fantasy AU princesses, and then like not so much pirate as like seafaring prince from another rivaling kingdom. I don't know how to describe what I feel. I just see him like swinging from like the mast of like a ship in like a flowy little pirate shirt, and he's like the free-minded prince who like only wants to sail and like loves the water, and like this is so makes no fucking sense. Nothing to do with Heeseung. It's just what I want to read. It's just what I want. He could also be best friend's brother. That's a great one. He could also easily be best friend's brother. That's a great one. But because I'm a Heeseung alt bias, I do nothing all day but like think of things I want to see Heeseung do. And like right now it's like look through a little telescope on a pirate ship. You're the princess, and he like comes to court you, and you're like so serious and uptight, and he comes and he's like, princess, kind of like Aladdin tea, where it's like, come on my magic carpet, come on my like pirate sailboat, and like the wind is in your hair blowing and like pirate song whisks you away basically. And then you guys like, he's like steering on the big wheel, and like he's like, do you want to drive the boat? And you like, he's like behind you like holding the steering wheel, and you're like in the front like a little dainty like in like a little pretty princess dress, and he's like, his hair is all like sea sprayed, and he's like got his little tan. It's just what I need. It's what I need. Does it make any sense for who Heeseung is as a person? I don't know. He's like confident. He could captain a ship. Captain AU. That's what I want for Heeseung. Why? I don't know. That's just how I feel. This is so much fun, you guys. I'm a genius. Next one's Jake. Jake has so many. Jake is like so fanfic coded. He has so many things he could be. Ooh, I got it. Jake is unexpected circumstance. It's dog park AU. It's dog park AU. It's dog park AU. So you're walking your dog, and it's a cute little, what dog do you have? Whatever dog you want to have. My dog is a Lab Bernese Mountain Dog cross. You're walking your dog. It's a cute dog in the park, and your dog runs away from you. And you're like, oh my gosh, dog, come back to me. And you run up to catch your dog, and it's like playing with this handsome, handsome boy in the park, and he has a dog as well. And he's like, wow, found your dog, like, and the dog's like, tie your legs up in the leash. You know what I'm saying? Like they run around the, like in 101 Dalmatians, where they like run around the people's legs, and it like, they go together. And you're like, whoa. And then he's like, wow, I can't help falling for you, blah, 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 something cute, whatever. And then like he goes off, you go off your own ways, and then you see him all the time at the dog park, and then like you guys just like fall in love at the dog park, and you walk your dogs together, and then you go on little hikes together, and then you have like an actual date, and then you guys fall in love. Jake is very like true to life, actually just someone's like cute boyfriend. That's just who Jake is to me. That one's pretty short and sweet because Dog Park AU is just so clear. Jake could also be best friend's brother. Moving on to Baby Angel Pie, Nikki. Now Nikki is obviously little itty child. Nikki is my ENHYPEN bias wrecker, but he is exceptionally young. So we're talking about this in a very like with someone his own age way. Okay? What do I want for Nikki? What do I want my little baby boy to do? Okay, I've got it. Now you're gonna have to follow me here. This requires you to have seen an episode of Bluey that I like. Because yes, I as a 24-year-old woman like to watch Bluey. It's very cute and wholesome and I would recommend you watch it. There's an episode of Bluey called Double Babysitter. I'm gonna talk about Bluey for a second. In the episode, the mom, Chili's friend, Frisky, comes to babysit the kids, and they also got the dad, Bandit's brother, Radley, Rad the dog, to come babysit, and they both kind of like double scheduled. So they both babysit together and then they fall in love. I'm taking that exactly as it is and placing it onto Nikki. You are both, but in that situation, they're adults. In this one, you're like teens because he's a teen. You guys both are like adjacently family friends with, or like friends or family with the parents of these kids, and you get accidentally like double hired to babysit at the same time, and you have to like take care of them together, and you guys like order a pizza and like have to play games with the kids, and he's like playing pretend and you're playing pretend, and it's very like domestic cute vibes, and the kids are like, and you guys should be in love, and you guys are like, I don't know, I just met him. And then babysitting together, you're like, wow, like maybe I'll see you on Monday. Like this is really fun to like watch these kids together and like be domestic together and like order a pizza and like be really cute and watch movies together and like fall asleep in the couch where your like little heads like lean against one another and like have one of those little like, are our hands gonna like pinky interlock, hold hands? And then you fall in love. That's the catchphrase. And then you fall in love. And then you fall in love. That's just what it is. That's just what it be. Oh, I didn't move him. I'm moving him now. What does that qualify as? Is that friends to lovers? I think that's unexpected circumstances once again. I didn't move him, but I think that fits into this one here. Yeah, unexpected circumstance. Next one is Sunghoon. I love this picture. He's so cute. How can I describe this? Sunghoon is time travel at you. You're a time traveler. And you go back in time to like, how far are we going back? I'll give you two choices. There's one choice where it's like 50s, 60s greaser AU. And he's in his like little leather jacket and you fall in love with him and he's like the big man of like, I don't know, the 50s, 60s like town on like a motorbike. Like he's so cutesy sweetie, but like this is just how I feel. This is just what I want to see. This is one, I'm giving you two choices for this. They're both time travel at you, but this is the choices. Kind of like Back to the Future tea, but not with any of those same characters. Just the same idea where like you go back in time and you're like, wow. He's giving like Danny Zuko, but he doesn't suck. Like actually kind, nice Danny Zuko. And he like fixes his hair and has like a little curly Q. Takes you to like the milkshake shop. And then you tell him that you're like from the future. And he's like, all this newfangled future stuff, I don't know about all that. Like, he's just like in a little, I don't know, biker gang. And then the second one is you go back even further and he's like, I don't want to say Victorian, but like Victorian era, like, oh, like in the UK, like, oh, milady. Like, he's just so classically handsome that I want him in like a classically handsome setting because he would just suit it. Like, imagine him in like a little, like a ruffly shirt. Like before Edward was a killer in Twilight. Like, it's you go back to Victorian times and you're like, who's this extremely handsome man who owns the like old-timey bookstore, and he like runs an old-timey bookstore in like the, what time was that era? Like who runs this old-timey bookstore in like the late 1800s, and it's like Sunghoon's like old-timey bookstore, and he has like, because he's been wearing a lot of glasses recently, but he has like little tiny baby glasses, and he's like, wow, no one in this town wants to read these days. And you like go in and you read his like dusty old books, and he just treats you like an old-fashioned Victorian gentleman with his little ruffly shirt, and he's handsome. And again, you have to, these are both kind of tragic because you have to part ways because you have to go back to modern times. Why did you travel back? Good question. I don't know. Did you travel back to the 50s or 60s, or did you go Victorian times? Either way, I think Sunghoon's like beauty would fit. That's what I want. That's why I said that. Now we're on to Soobin, Sydney's boy, Sydney's man. That's it. Got it. Got it. Soobin is friends to lovers. Putting him right there. Friends to lovers. Boy next door. Soobin is so boy next door coded. Maybe he's a year or two older, and he's always like helped out your parents. He's like raked your lawn. He's like cleaned your pool. He's like sweet guy from next door. I love a classic like childhood. Same thing as secretary kind of, but it's different. This is like, you guys aren't like friends, you're like casual neighbors. And maybe one day there's like a big house party and you throw a, okay, go with me here. Go with me on the fantasy train. You have a big house party and it gets out of control and you lose it and you're like, I don't know what to do. My parents are going to kill me. Like, what am I supposed to do? And then sexy, like 2 years older, say you're what's the high school names? Freshman. You're like a sophomore in high school. He's like a senior and you're having a party and it gets out of your control. You lose it and you're like, what am I going to do? And big, sexy, tall, sexy Soobin from next door comes in and he's like, everybody out. You heard me, everybody out. And like helps you like control it and gets everybody out. And you're like, Soobin, what am I going to do? My parents are going to kill me. He's like, don't worry, we'll clean it up together. And you guys like clean it up. And then it's like, it's giving like Josh from To All the Boys, but like without the sister problem. It's like driving you to school and then you guys are like neighbors, but then after the party thing, you guys are like closer. And then you realize that you like him and he confesses to you first with like a little flimsy sad bouquet of like falling over flowers. He's like, I've realized that you were like all this time you were right beside me and I never knew, and like you were so close but yet so far away and I never like saw you for who you really were, but like I fell in love with you when you were beside me my whole life, and like I want you beside me for the rest of my life too. Not as my neighbor, but as my GF, love of my life. Cute neighbor, friends to lovers. Hello, Soobin. Okay, and you guys, we're on to the last one already. How time has flown. On to this last one. Hueningkai, our resident iPad kid. My concert bias wrecker every single time. Now, where do I want you? Okay, I've thought of one. I don't know how to categorize it necessarily, because our little baby angel Hueningkai plays a lot of little instruments, huh? Plays a lot of instruments. Ooh, okay. Follow me here. We'll put him in Forbidden Love for now. It's not really forbidden, but it's like, it's kind of like co-workers-ish, kind of, but like you are like a singer of some type. No. You're like a musician, like a violinist. You're a violinist. And he is your like piano accompanist. He's your pianist. I keep using other things to like compare to, but have you guys seen Your Lie in April? Violinist and pianist fall in love. And it's so fucking cute. It's very sad, but this is not sad. In this situation, like you guys are, you're not really, it's not forbidden. It's just like you don't see it coming, I suppose. I guess kind of friends to lovers, but we're saying it's more coworkers. So anything with coworkers, I counted as forbidden love, because getting with your coworkers are like, but, and you got, okay, so he's a pianist, you're a violinist, you guys are prepping for your big concert, and he keeps messing up, and he keeps messing up, and you're like, Kai, what do you do? Like, get it together. We need to get this performance together for the grand recital, whatever, who cares? Like the grand, like our biggest performance, the height of both of our careers. Like, this is the moment to show our talents, our musical talents to the world. And he's like, you're like, what is distracting? And he's like, you, I can't stop thinking about you. I'm trying to play the piano, but all I can think about is you. And you're like, oh my gosh. He's like, your fingers on the bowstrings are like your fingers on my heart. I don't know, like you're like plucking the strings of my heart like your violin. I don't know, do you see what I'm saying? Like, you like kiss at the piano and you're like, but the performance, we have to focus, we have to stay professional. We have to stay professional, focus on the performance. Oh my gosh. And then you like go and then you like, he plays the piano and you play the violin, and you guys like kill it, and everyone like stands up and applauds, and then like, again, this is very like fantastical, but like at the end you like bow, and then he looks at you, and like you like pull him in by his little lapels and like kiss him on stage, and everyone's like and it's just forbidden like that. Like you can be together, it doesn't matter, but like you can be together, but like it's a little bit scandalous in the music world. I don't know. You guys, that's it. That is it for this, you guys. I had so much fun once again doing this. I love doing it. Again, if you guys want to see more, let me know what other things I should sort the boys. What other things should how else should I sort the boys? Let me know. I would love to do more of these. Tier lists are so fun to make and do. Again, I will link this one below if you guys want to do it on your own. And please leave down in the comments what AUs you would like to see. Again, this is just my creativity flowing and being free. I would love to hear what you guys have to say. You don't have to agree with me. There's no reason to agree with me. I'm just a little girl rambling. And I love you so very much. Please like, subscribe. We're almost at 3K. We'll see you on Friday with our Act Promise concert, interviews, and little bit vlog. So we love you so much. Yeonjun and I love you so much. Stay soulmates, and we will see you on Friday. Love you!